Hey guys, welcome back. This is finally that vlog for that Valentine's trip that me and Bella went on. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically on Valentine's Day, me and Bella, we both had work, and then we got back, and then we headed to Atlanta from our home. And so the very first day, I didn't film anything at all because we weren't doing anything the first day aside from getting to the hotel. And so yeah, the first day was just travel, not much to it. Second day, however, though, first thing that we did, we went to a Korean restaurant. I really like sundofu stews, and so when we were there, I knew that I wanted us to go to a nice Korean restaurant to get some of that, and so we found a place to get it. I don't quite recall all the names of all the restaurants that we went to, but I'll leave them. It'll be somewhere around here, but basically that food was really good, and I would highly recommend going there. The thing that we did afterwards, so we wanted to go to a matcha house place, and the plan was to go to it after we ate lunch, but that place wasn't open until like 11 or something like that. Yeah, but basically after lunch we headed to Fernbank Museum, or at least we thought we went to Fernbank Museum. So we went to like the smaller version. It's like Fernbank Community Center or something like that, and when I went in there, I was like, something doesn't feel right. Like, I'm pretty confident this isn't the place that we're supposed to be. And I'll show some footage. When we walked in there, there was a T-Rex skull and some other cool science stuff, and as soon as we went in there, one of the things that like instantly was like, I don't think we're in the right place, was that I remember for the actual Fernbank Museum, like, there is a entrance fee, and for this place there wasn't an entrance fee, and this place was like quite a bit smaller. The other thing was that as soon as we went in there, they were trying to get us to buy tickets to look at this this space themed kind of movie. I guess it was called Firefall. And when we walked into the the area where the viewing was happening, I gotta say, me and Bella were both very impressed with this. It was essentially just like a giant dome, and the entire dome was like a screen, and it was very cool. And as you can probably see on the screen right now, I'm showing footage of it. It was really amusing, and it was really cool, honestly. Like, there's that sphere in Las Vegas, and then there's this, right? This is obviously not as big, but I think like the idea of it is just already cool in and of itself. So that was very dope. And we proceeded to watch a show about meteorites, but actually I fell asleep. We were very exhausted. I'd worked and driven the previous day, and so I was pretty tired. But basically, we left the place after we kind of looked at everything else that this place had to offer, and I was like, I'm very confident this is not the right place. We looked a bit longer, and I think the actual place that we were trying to go to was like 5 minutes away, and so we went there real quick. And then I've been here multiple times. It's been one of my favorite places to go to consistently in Atlanta, and this time was no different. Dinosaur stuff, dinosaur bones, just looking at fossils and cool stuffs. Yeah, I mean, I'm showing all this stuff on screen, and something that I kind of want to talk about or emphasize is that I brought my GoPro for this trip. I did not bring it on Sunday, so the actual second day that we were there, I didn't really film anything. I took some pictures and some videos on my phone, but that was really about it. And one of the main reasons was because as our Valentine's Day trip, I did want it to feel like I wasn't focusing so much on the video making portion of it, and just wanted to spend some more actual time with Bella. as our schedules have been we've been pretty busy recently, and you know, as much time as we do spend together, it always feels like it's not enough. And so I didn't want to feel like, oh, I'm focusing on something else and not actually like spending it with Bella. And so the second day of the trip, I didn't film anything. But I'll show some pictures and footage that, we both got from our phones. But yeah, I just want to kind of apologize in advance because this vlog is not really how I intended it to come out. And, that is part of the reason. I can only hope that the next vlog that I try and film, it'll come out a little bit better. But for this one, I do think it is nice that I tried to focus more on kind of spending time with Bella and making sure that like we were both enjoying ourselves rather than like, oh, like I need to make a video and stuff like that. It is still important to me that I continue this routine of uploading these videos for you guys. Even if, I'm tired or, my schedule is just not lending myself to do that kind of stuff. But, hopefully in the coming weeks, in the coming months, things will smooth over and I'll get more and more opportunities to show you guys some really cool things or cool ideas or just more about me in general. But anyways, continuing on with the vlog, we were at Fernbank for a good bit of time, and I think we enjoyed ourselves quite a bit there. After Fernbank, we were going to get Korean barbecue, and so we went to this place called Korean Barbecue and Sushi. I think that's what the name of it was. Any of these places, the actual names of them, I probably don't remember them, and so I'll like search them back up and put the names right here, something like that. But yeah, basically this place was $40 for unlimited Korean barbecue and sushi, and unfortunately it was not my favorite. Unfortunately, I just think that like this place didn't quite land on either of these things, right? The last time we were at Atlanta was for the badminton tournament, and we had brought everyone to this Korean barbecue place called Iron Age. And personally, that's one of my favorite Korean barbecue places that I've ever been to. And it's also a lot cheaper. And so, after having this Korean barbecue and sushi, definitely kind of made me feel like, oh, I kind of wish we had just committed to, just Korean barbecue instead. So that was a little unfortunate, but, it wasn't bad food. And so I think that's the most important thing. After that, we went back to the hotel, or I don't even remember if we went back to the hotel. But we went to go watch Captain America Brave New World that night. And I had been debating on whether or not I should make a review for the movie or not. But ultimately, I don't think that's what this channel is about. So I'll give a brief rundown of what I think of the movie. But anywho, after the movie, we went back to the hotel and then we ended the night there. And start the second day. Second day, this whole trip was pretty short. So, second day, we headed to the Atlanta Aquarium. And, the aquarium is always a nice place to go to. I've always been a sucker for aquariums over zoos. And, the Atlanta Aquarium is obviously one of the best in the world, I think. And this time was no different. Constantly amazed by kind of their exhibits every time I go there, and it's always like a very beautiful thing to kind of watch. And so that was once again a very enjoyable experience, and both me and Bella enjoyed going there. And then afterwards we went to a restaurant called Mamak. I believe it's supposed to be like Indonesian or Malaysian food. But this food was really good in my opinion. I personally liked it a lot. I can't tell you what dish I got exactly, but it seemed to be one of the dishes that was listed as like being one of the more like traditional dishes. And I mean, that's a place that Bella and her family have gone to a lot, and I mean, that was the first time I've been there, and I thought it was pretty great, and I will definitely be going back there to try some more of their food. The last thing that we did before we actually started to head back to Tennessee was we went back to that matcha place because Bella really wanted to. And the thing about me is I've never really tried matcha products all that much, and every time I try it, there's always this thought in the back of my head like, oh, like it just doesn't taste right because it's not authentic probably. But I think that this one was probably authentic, and my final consensus on how I feel about matcha is it's alright. It kind of tastes like grass, to be honest. It smells like grass and it tastes a little bitter. It's not bad or anything like that, but I got like the straight matcha ice cream, and then Bella got like this mixed one. It had matcha and honeycomb, I believe, and eventually we swapped because Bella I think likes matcha stuff a lot more than I do, and the sweetness from the honeycomb flavor really helped to kind of get that ice cream down. So it was still good. I still liked it. But yeah, after that we did start to head back home. This was a short, small trip that we wanted to do for Valentine's, just to kind of get out of Tennessee. And I think we'll try and do these kind of things a little bit more. But as I'm kind of going through and figuring out this process of how to like cover these vlogs and all that, I do think it is important for me to think about how much of this do I want to film, how much of a moment am I taking away between me and Bella. I still want these trips to be very focused on our relationship and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I still want to make content for you guys, but there is this kind of like boundary that I do kind of want to set for myself. And yeah, I mean, this vlog is definitely not up to the standard that I would like it to be at, probably. I don't know, I haven't edited it yet, but I certainly hope that you enjoyed it, as I did have fun going on this trip. I will try and fill in as much as I can where I can, but once again, I hope you guys enjoy this video and tune in again next week for whatever comes out next. So yeah, have a great one. See ya.